So waiting for a tow because I got a flat tire, and this car takes specific tires. So I thought I'd do a video with you guys to let you know the struggles I have been dealing with this beautiful ass car that doesn't go very far, and that cost me a lot of money. Alright, so as y'all know, I am a delivery driver. What I wanted you guys to know is that if you are going to be a delivery driver, you probably should not get a full electric vehicle. And if you do get a full electric vehicle, get one that does more than 150 miles. Because this vehicle right here only does 150 miles, and that's with the Rex extender. The Rex extender is a range extender, which does extra 50 to 100 miles, I think, or 50 miles, extra 50 miles, that's what it is. But thing about it is a range extender don't turn on until it gets to a certain point of the battery, which is almost all the way dead, and it really doesn't help that much in that type of situation. But if you get the range or the Tesla or something like that with 300 miles, you could go to the fast chargers, the level 3 chargers, and you could actually make delivering food work for you, honestly. Maybe with electric vehicle it would probably be easier. I'm not gonna say you can make it work, but it would be a lot easier to do it that way. I could see it working that way with the 150 mile or with 100 miles. That's it, 100 miles, because I don't use the range extender most of the time unless it's an emergency, and I think that needs to tune up. But with the 100-mile car, a car that only goes 100 miles and then you need to charge it for 2 hours, is probably not the best vehicle for you. This vehicle right here, this one right here, I go 100 miles and then I have to spend 2 hours at the charger station charging my car, which is really bogus because I'm losing a lot of money that whole time I'm sitting at the charger station. And then on top of that, you have to still do a tune-up. You just don't do a tune-up to the car, you do a tune-up to the range extender, to the generator. So you're basically still doing a tune-up just to the generator. And then on top of that, you can't go to a level 3 charger. You could only go to a level 2 charger, which takes 2 hours. The level 3 charger, I think they said that takes like an hour or 20 minutes. This one right here, it'll take 2 hours guaranteed, maybe even a little bit more depending on the charger and how many people are at the charger or whatever, you know what I mean? There's a lot of different factors in that. Also, when it's raining, it uses a lot more power, I've noticed, maybe because you're using defoggers and windshield wipers and stuff like that, I don't know. But I notice I get a lot less range when I'm doing deliveries in the rain. So there's that. Also, with electric vehicle, you don't have the option to fill your gas tank up or to just keep going. So you're gonna have to take the 6-hour break they make you take that's mandatory in California. It's not mandatory everywhere, but either way, you're gonna lose time delivering food because you're gonna be sitting at a charger station instead of just putting gas in your car and keep going, you know what I mean? So you lose time that way. So you end up all together, I made $200 to $300 doing delivery, and that was one day. Right now I'm making maybe $50 to $100 in one day, and that's because most of the time I'm sitting at the charger station. And then what else? When you're at the charger station, you have a full electric vehicle and you're sitting at the charger station, you become a public spectacle because everybody is not seeing electric vehicles, and people are so curious about electric vehicles and they want to know all about it, and they look at it and like, if you're just like me and you don't get out of your car, you just sit there and wait for it to charge, which is 2 hours. You're sitting in your car. If you sit there and wait for your car to charge, you look really weird and stupid just sitting there for 2 hours waiting for a damn car to charge, which I have other things I could be doing, like editing videos or marketing for people or whatever, promoting stuff or looking at stocks or something. I got a lot of different things I could do, but this vehicle, you will be sitting there, so you better have something to do. And hopefully it's something to make money, because you're going to be losing out on a lot of money. Like I said, you're going to be going from like $200 to $300 a day to $50 to $100 a day. So there's that. And then every little single damage that gets done to the vehicle costs so much money. Like tires are very expensive for this vehicle. The fucking tires were, I think, 400 each or 300 each. I think it was 300 each tire. Yeah, it was 300 each tire. They're special tires. The back tires are bigger than the front tires, so you can't rotate your tires, so they get worn out a lot faster. Also from the torque and everything, they get worn out a lot faster. It's a lot softer rubber to help you stick to the road, so it gets worn out a lot faster like that too. So they're more expensive and they run out faster. Let's see. Ooh, man, I could keep going and going and going and going, but basically, I think the only thing that I have not had to pay a lot for is I think it was the brakes. Brakes was the least expensive thing I had to pay for, and that was like, I think they were $100 for the whole set for back and front. They were cheap, and I haven't had to do oil changes and stuff like that, except for on the range extender. I will have to do that, but it'll probably be a little bit cheaper since it's just a generator and it's not a vehicle. So there is that. I mean, I've noticed that a few of the sensors, there's a way you can hack it into the vehicle and you can make it do all kinds of different stuff. Also, you have the range extender kick on sooner and all this other stuff, but overall, I would say that it is not a delivery vehicle. Honestly, if you're gonna do a delivery vehicle, you need something with a little bit more range on it. That's my overall of the vehicle, and it's expensive to replace parts and stuff if anything gets damaged or anything like that. Yeah, that's about it. I thought I'd share that with you guys. Also, you're gonna pay a lot more insurance. I pay twice the amount of that I was paying in regular insurance for my Mitsubishi. That was a newer car. It was an Outlander, and it was a newer car also, but I paid half the amount of insurance that I'm paying for this vehicle. I'm paying double the amount because this is an electric vehicle, so they charge me double the amount, and they give me less coverage, and they play a lot of games with the towing and stuff. Like when it runs out of range and stuff, they give you a hard time about towing it. And maybe it's just an insurance company I'm dealing with, because I've been having some hard time with my insurance companies. But yeah, so there's all that. And then this one right here, it has the suicide doors. So if you want to get into the back of the vehicle, you have to actually open the front door and keep the front door open and be able to open the back door. And it's kind of hard when you get into like there's a wall right there or something, and you're trying to squeeze somebody out the back or something. You gotta like open the front, open the back, have them stand in the front space, and then close the back door and then let them out the front. It's a really big pain in the ass if something like that happens, or if you're next to a wall or something like that. Also, they did like a vehicle wrap or something on the top of it, like that's what it came with, and it started to bubble up, so there's that. Yeah, the trunk is in the front and it's super small, so you're really not getting much in there. I could show you guys what the front trunk looks like, but yeah, it's super small and it's in the front, and there's nowhere to keep storage stuff in the back. So really, you're not carrying much with you. I mean, maybe a purse or something. You're not really going to carry too much with you. So that is all the space you got for the front. Not very much, you know what I mean? I got a couple cans and stuff in there and a little charger piece, and that's all you could fit in there. And then this over here is like windshield washer fluid and stuff, and this over here is like brake fluid and stuff, and there's like a battery for the accessories and stuff like that. But that's what you're gonna get with this BMW iREX, whatever. It's like a souped up golf cart basically. It's just not very good for deliveries, not very good for food deliveries. Probably the worst decision you could ever make for doing food deliveries. Alright, sorry, part 2. I had to redo my video, second part of it, because I had a person walking by being annoying. That usually happens in California, and Long Beach especially. That disrespectful stuff, it just happens, you know what I mean? But anyway, so also you can only, of course, charge and drain your battery in the back so many times before you're gonna have to replace it, because that's how batteries work, you know what I mean? So, and then when you have to replace your battery, that's very, very expensive, like I believe a few thousand, if not more. So you're gonna be paying for that too, because you're gonna have to charge a lot if you're gonna be driving around a lot. Especially doing for deliveries, you're gonna be driving around a lot. It does have adaptive lighting where it changes the lighting to, it has a lot of cool features, but it also has a lot of things that drain the battery, and I don't understand. Like when you open your doors and you leave your doors open, I believe there's a way you could hack into the system. Well, there is a way you can hack into the system, but part of that is you could be able to turn the lights off and stuff like that. But what it naturally comes with is, see, so these lights right here come on when you open the door. For an electric vehicle that you're trying to save electricity, I don't understand the vehicle. It's kind of an oxymoron. You open the doors and then the lights come on up there and back there and over there, and there's those. So like, yeah, and then you got that. So that takes a lot of your electricity. Every time you open and close the door, if you're a delivery driver, you're opening and closing the door a lot. So every time you do that, that's draining your battery. So that's even less charge you have. And it doesn't just turn that light on, it turns on all the lights, you know what I mean? It turns on like the passenger side lights on this and the driver's side light on that. And like, so yeah, there's that. You're gonna have to deal with draining your battery all the time, and like, man, yeah, that's probably an oxymoron for a vehicle that you need to stay charged. It uses a lot of electricity, and I would rather not even have lights come on, honestly, but for some reason it does that. So yeah, you can hack into the system and you could fix that. But overall, see, it even has lights under here. Like, man, so many lights underneath the boards right here and stuff. Like, so yeah, there's a few things that you would definitely want to hack into the system and change. I haven't been able to do that because I have to straighten out my Google Pay account. But you can do that. Other than that, this vehicle is alright. I mean, the windows do fog. I have noticed that the windows do condensate. I don't know what they're made out of, but they condensate a lot faster than a regular vehicle. Maybe because it's a smaller space, which the inside is very roomy. Like, you could really stretch out in there and stuff, and like, it's not bad to hang out in there because it's like no wires and stuff everywhere. But overall, I mean, you're going to be spending a lot of time in there, so it should be roomy. And you can't really fit too much in there, because the more weight you put in your vehicle, the more electricity you're going to use and the less further you're going to get on it. Yeah, then there's that. So with all that said, that is my overall of the electric vehicle Rex i3 range extender BMW blah 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 2019. Hopefully you like it. For a delivery driver, as a delivery driver, from the perspective of a delivery driver, yeah, it's not for me. And it's probably not for you, unless you do like the hacks and stuff. Maybe. It's fun to drive, yes, but overall, is it for you? as a delivery driver. Is it for me as a delivery driver? Probably not.